Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So Forbes reported, and I'm pretty sure many other media outlets have reported that Amazon's finally turned their Rings of Power star ratings back on. Okay, now it's not much of a surprise that we already know that before, they turned off. They had like a 72-hour period where they turned it off and keep it off and stuff from what they claim to be from review bombing. All right, so Amazon was like I said, attempted from review bombing and everything, but it wasn't actual review bombing like I stated before. It was just fans who watched it and then they were disgusted by it. Okay, so this they said also kept occurring on Rotten Tomatoes, and also surprisingly enough occurred on IMDb, which is also owned by Jeff Bezos. Okay, surprise, surprise. So they took down all the bad rated stuff, and they put those further in the back, or probably took them off and everything on IMDb, and it's owned by Jeff Bezos. That's not much of a surprise, because they're really trying to go ahead and keep people's eyes away from the truth. All right. So it also seems that Amazon could not stop the reviews off, keep them off forever without that looking weird. So they're back on, and with 1,400 scores, and by the time of this writing that from this article, the audience scores are coming in are look at this. Better than the other sites. Oh, so you mean to tell me that it's actually people that you're seeing out there commenting on the content of the series itself, the writing, the acting, the visual effects, and the story? That's interesting. Because last I checked, I saw that from Rotten Tomatoes as well. And we also saw for ourselves that it was all based on the story itself. The fact that it's not Tolkien. Nothing about race, nothing about gender. It's just Tolkien. And later on from the third episode, which aired last week, people started reviewing Galadriel, or the person playing Galadriel, or not. Amazon's version of Galadriel, okay? So it says here that has like 3.7 out of 5 on average, with 23% of reviews being 1 star. But that's higher than the Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb, and it may be because some of the initial wave of hate reviews are past, which is what Amazon was banking on. So even Forbes is going out there stating that it's actually these review bombs were based on like racist critics and everything. No, these are Tolkien fans that actually share their thoughts about it, the story and everything. The reviews they made is not just spam one way or another or the other. And with Amazon reviews, you can write pretty lengthy rationale for your score. One of the most helpful reviews is a 3 out of 5 one that is practically an entire article. So it says here that after all the back and forth regarding the previews, etc., I really had no idea how good this show was going to be. And now that I've seen the first 2 episodes, my current verdict is, it's okay. I'm probably going to go on about the things I didn't like at more length than the things I did, just because the things I didn't like stuck with me more. But in my view, Rings of Power was perfectly adequate entertainment. Okay, so that's one particular opinion. But then there's another lengthy one that they posted up here, and I'm going to read it. Who is this disagreeable and unlikable person if you got pretending to be Galadriel? Where is the elf lord she has been married to for about 1,000 years at this point? Where's the daughter of Celeborn and Galadriel? Where's the wife of Elrond? Why is the Galadriel trying to avenge her brother Finrod, who isn't dead at all, but alive and well in Valinor? The nobility, the faithfulness, and true heartedness of Finrod Felagund is legend in Middle-earth, and that is true. His heroic death and the deeds which led to that death are symbolic of the bond of friendship between elves and of Eowyn and the Eowyn. The ring he gave to Barry here is the same ring worn by Aragorn in the War of the Ring thousands of years later. There was nothing dark or bitter about his death. His sacrifice was so noble that the Valar re-embodied him in Valinor almost immediately. So this goes back to what I guarantee you, this also shows that a lot of people out there who are really hoping to watch this show and love it probably don't know that they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion or even other Tolkien works. Okay, Amazon only got just the rights to one teensy tiny part of his works, and that's it. That's it. And goes on here, says most 1-star reviews you see are forced focus on the show not being faithful to Tolkien's source material, and I'm not seeing any of the dwarves and elves shouldn't be black type pushback we've seen on the internet about the show. Here's my guess. People who are pushing back against this about these things are either those who are trying to support the things that's happening in DC, they're trying to support the entertainment industry, or they're also people who are that's basically on YouTube and other social media outlets who gain like a little piece of something from these companies, including Amazon. Okay, and I assume it's possible that outright racist/sexist reviews are policed and deleted, leaving the ones that are more about the substance of the show, the characters, the writing, and the supposed lack of faithfulness to Tolkien's work. I saw one review that spent a whole paragraph on how the elves shouldn't have short hair. People have lots of thoughts. Wow, so this person here sounds a bit surprised when after all of these times, several people, and including YouTubers, told them these things. But no. Them, as well as myself, are being called sexist, racist, so on and so forth. So, I stated before and reported before, Amazon said it themselves. They need this to be successful, okay? And I guarantee you they're paying off a number of people to go ahead and put all these pushbacks out there, calling people ists and foes everywhere, okay? And I guarantee you, because $1 billion just to make the show itself alone, I don't think they use all that money for that. I think they use the rest of it like towards promotions as well as to pay off people to give it good reviews. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but in how way things are going in Hollywood, I wouldn't be surprised by it at all. So that's all I got to share for this. If you enjoy what I share with you today, go ahead and smash the like button. Also, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.